So good morning friends. Today I am going to talk about the water hammer effect. So water hammer means when the water is flowing from a reservoir through a pipe, what will happen due to the sudden blockage of the water by the regulating valve, there is a huge magnitude. Suddenly the pressure is increases. Okay. And due to what there is a stagnation pressure is created at the downstream part. And that pressure will travel to the upstream as a pressure wave. That pressure wave will create a hammering action or knocking action in a pipe, due to what the pipe may be burst. Okay, so this is the water hammer. Because to design this penstock or the water pipe, we have to understand this. What do you mean by water hammer, and what is the magnitude of the pressure? Okay, how we can design the thickness of the pipe. So in order to understand the topic in detail, we should first understand what do you mean by water hammer pressure. Okay, so first of all we'll talk about the water hammer pressure. So this is water hammer pressure. So suppose there is a reservoir. Suppose this is one reservoir, and this reservoir is connected by one pipe. So this is one reservoir, and this is connected one pipe, and this is the head available at the reservoir. So this is the head available at the reservoir. So this head is suppose H. H is the head available at the reservoir. And what is this? L is the length of the pipe. Now water has a velocity is suppose V is the initial velocity. What will happen? There is a regulating valve is there. So this is a regulating valve. Okay. And this regulating valve, so this is a valve. Suppose you are closing this valve suddenly. Okay. So what will happen? Now the momentum of the water is suddenly destroyed. When whatever the momentum what the water is there, means the kinetic energy is now suddenly becoming zero. So the kinetic energy of the fluid is now suddenly becoming zero. So H per Bernoulli equation, when the kinetic energy of the fluid is decreasing suddenly, so in order to sustain the energy, the same amount of energy, so the pressure energy will be increases. So pressure energy at this point what will happen? The pressure energy will increase. So what will happen? The kinetic energy now is converted into the pressure energy, and that pressure energy is called as stagnation pressure energy. So that pressure energy is called as stagnation pressure energy. Suppose I am assuming the pipe to be a frictionless pipe. Suppose the pipe is now, this one is a frictionless pipe. Okay, so understand this topic very carefully. Suppose now assuming the head loss due to friction will be equal to 0. Okay, so what will happen? Whatever the head will be available at the inlet, the same head will be available at the outlet. Okay, the same head, because there is no head loss due to friction are there. Okay, but at this time what is happening? At this time happening, the pressure is now increases to stagnation pressure. Means there is a increase in pressure. This is the static pressure. This H is the static pressure. But now as the kinetic energy of the fluid is now suddenly decreasing, what is happening? The pressure energy is suddenly it increases. So there is a stagnation pressure head will be created. Okay, and this pressure wave, now what will happen? It will travel at a velocity of sound towards the reservoir or towards the upstream side. Towards the reservoir or towards the upstream side. This is called as water hammer pressure. Okay, so I am writing the points. You just write down the point. So I am writing this point. When the valve is open, the water flow with a velocity of v. Okay, because when the valve is not closed, suppose when the valve open, when we open the valve, what will happen? The water will flow with a velocity v. The water flows with a velocity v in the pipe. Okay, now what happened? Now we are actually suddenly, whatever I'm explaining, now I'm writing in that form, so you can get the note also. So now suppose I'm closing this valve suddenly. Okay, so now I'm writing now if. So now if the valve is suddenly closed, what will happen? I told you. Now what the momentum of the water is destroyed, suddenly destroyed. And the kinetic energy now is converted into the maximum pressure energy. So I'm writing the momentum. So the momentum of the flowing water. So momentum of the flowing water will be destroyed. And what will happen? And consequently a high pressure wave will be set up at that valve section. So I can write down consequently what will happen? So consequently a high pressure wave set up at the valve section. Okay, at the valve section. Now what will happen? So now actually what will happen? This pressure wave which is set up at that valve section, now it will travel. It will travel definitely, because now it will propagate. But with what speed it will propagate? It will propagate with the speed of sound. Okay, it will propagate with the speed of sound, and it causes a hammering action in a pipe. Okay, it will act a hammering action in pipe, and that action is called a knocking. So that point I am writing over here. So now what will this pressure which is set up at that location, that valve location, this pressure wave travels. This pressure wave travels with the speed of sound. And it causes means this pressure causes a hammering action. It causes a hammering action in pipe. Okay, it is also called, this is called as water hammer. This is called as water hammer, or it is also called as knocking. When that pressure will knock at the interface of this pipe. Okay, it will create a hammering. How the hammer will strike to this surface, it will just strike. So maybe what will happen? The pressure wave which is set up at the valve section, the pressure magnitude will be very high. Then the strength of the material, what will happen? The pipe material will be burst. The pipe material will be fail. So in order to understand, to design this pipe thickness, so we should understand the pressure wave is depends upon what parameters. Okay, so now the pressure wave okay, the pressure wave set up at the valve section, that depends on four parameters. So first parameter is called as the velocity of the flow. The first one is called velocity of flow. Okay. Second parameter, it depends on the length of the pipe. So length of the pipe. Third parameter, it depends on, that is called time of closure. What is the time taken by a person to close the valve? So third parameter is called time of closing the valve. Time of closure. And the last parameter is called as elastic property of the pipe material. Elastic properties of pipe material. Okay, So these are the four parameters on which the pressure wave will depend. Now we should answer, what should the velocity of the pressure wave? Okay, so what should be the velocity of the pressure wave? So now I am writing the velocity of pressure wave. So velocity of pressure wave, that is actually represented by C. This is because the pressure wave which is generated at the valve section, that pressure wave will be travel towards to the upstream with the velocity of sound. Okay, but there is two conditions. Okay, there is two conditions. First one, if the pipe material is rigid. Okay, if the pipe material is rigid. Rigid means what? There is no elastic properties, there is no deformation of the material. Okay, so if the pipe material is rigid, then the pressure will travel in that medium, whatever the fluid will be there in that medium, that pressure will travel at the velocity of sound. So if the pipe material is rigid, then the pressure wave, the sustained pressure wave, we can better write the pressure wave travel. So pressure will travel in the medium at a velocity of sound, that is represented by C. Okay, so this is the condition. Now what is this value? Experimentally it is found that the C will be equal to, if the pipe material will be rigid, that is K divided by this is rho. So this is the velocity of the pressure wave. So this is suppose equation 1. What is this K? This K is called as bulk modulus of the liquid. So this is called bulk modulus of liquid in Pascal. And what is this rho? This is called mass density. Of liquid. This is in kg per meter cube. Okay. Now this is the case when the pipe material is rigid. So if there is a elastic property of the pipe material, then what will be the case? Now I am writing the second case. Suppose this is second case. So if the pipe material is elastic in nature, means there is elasticity will be there, modulus of elasticity will be taken into account. Okay, then what will happen? Then the velocity of the pressure wave depends on three parameters: the diameter of the pipe, the thickness of the pipe, and modulus of elasticity of the pipe material. So what will happen? If the pipe material is elastic, then what will happen? velocity of pressure wave. So velocity of pressure wave depends on the diameter of the pipe, thickness of the pipe, and modulus of elasticity of pipe material. Okay. Now what is the magnitude of the velocity? So the velocity of the pressure wave. Okay. So the velocity of pressure wave in an elastic pipe material, it is given by, so C will be equal to, that is, this is root over of, this is K by rho into this is 1 divided by, this is 1 plus, this is d by t into, that is called K mod by E to the power, this is half. Okay, This is equation 2. So d is the diameter of the pipe, t is the thickness, k is the bulk modulus of the fluid, and E is the modulus of elasticity of the pipe. Now, for what actually now for in a pipe generally water will flow. Okay, so for water generally this magnitude root over of k by rho, or we can have for rigid by this value is about, this is taken as about 1400 meter per second. Okay, and the velocity of the sound. Okay, and actually this is the parameter, because the range will be lies, if the pipe material will be rigid, then the C value generally it is lies in between. If the pipe material is rigid, then the C value is lies with 900 to this is 1200 meter per second. This is the velocity of the pressure wave if the pipe material is rigid. Okay, if the pipe material is rigid. Okay, now we should understand the mechanism of the water hammer. What is the mechanism of the water hammer? So first I am writing here the mechanism of water hammer. Mechanism of water hammer. So understand this carefully. So mechanism. So sub first case I am taking this case 1. Okay. Now suppose this is my reservoir. So this is my reservoir and this is my pipe. Okay, this is my pipe. Okay. Now what will happen here? I am inserting one regulating valve at this point. This is called a regulating valve. Okay. So when this is my head, okay, this is my head of the pipe. So this is my head H. So if the pipe is frictionless, then head at each section will be a H, because there is no head loss due to friction. So everywhere their head will be H. Now what will happen? As here is suddenly at this point, what will happen? The kinetic energy of the fluid is suddenly becoming 0. So what will happen? The pressure energy will become maximum. Okay. So pressure energy will maximum means here a additional pressure head will be generated. Additional pressure wave will be generated at this section. So this magnitude, suppose this is my head of due to the stagnation pressure. Okay. Now what will happen? So as now earlier the water is flowing in this direction. So what will happen? As there is a blockage at this point, so what will happen? The water is now becoming in rest condition. Okay. Suppose this is the zone of the water which is now becoming rest condition. This is the zone of the water which is now becoming rest condition. But this water is now still flowing. This water is still flowing. What will happen? Now at this zone, there is a pressure will be generated. This is called pressure due to water pressure wave. This is magnitude of the pressure wave. Now this pressure wave will travel to the upstream side with a velocity of sound. Okay, it is traveling with a velocity of this sound. Okay, now what will happen? This pressure wave intensity is such a high. What will happen? If the elasticity of the pipe is taken into account, if the elasticity property of the pipe is taken into account, so what will happen? There is gradually expansion of the diameter of the pipe. Means here will happen, the pipe will be expand. Okay, means the pipe will be, there is a expansion of the pipe, means the diameter will increase because the pressure magnitude is increased. So there is a increase in diameter of the pipe. So what will, as this pressure wave will gradually, it will travel from the downstream to upstream part. So there is a gradual expansion of the pipe. There is a gradual expansion of the pipe. Okay, gradual expansion, because the pressure is acting inside very high. So what will happen? Due to elasticity property of the material, the pipe will be elongate. The pipe diameter will be elongate. So what will happen? So this entire zone, what will happen? The water is now coming to the rest condition. Now this entire zone is now the water is coming to the rest condition. So now the pressure wave is reached to the upstream part. This is my stagnation pressure wave. Okay. So now what is happening? The time taken by this pressure wave to travel from this downstream point. So this is my downstream point and this is my upstream point. So this time taken by this pressure wave to travel from the downstream to upstream, how much distance taken? Suppose this is the my length. So this is the pipe length. So L is the length of the pipe. So velocity is given c, length is given. So time is how much? So this time will be equal to L by c. Okay, L by c. Now what is the time taken by this pressure wave? So this time taken by the pressure wave will be equal to 0, because initially it is the time is taken is 0 and the time taken is by this is L by A. Okay, this is the time taken in by the pressure wave to travel from the upstream to the downstream part. Now what will happen? See, in case 2. Now at this point, see, now at this point the pressure magnitude at this point is very high, but at this point is the static pressure is there, so pressure magnitude is not high. So now what will happen? The water is start moving in this direction. Now water is start moving in this direction. Now the water is coming from the rest condition to dynamic condition. Now there is some velocity is included in the water. As there is some velocity or there is movement of the water will be there. Now pressure head will gradually decrease, because I told you if velocity will increase then pressure will decrease. Okay, because this is based upon the Bernoulli. Now what will happen? As there is a high pressure zone at this point, so what will happen? The water will start moving in this direction. The water will start moving in this direction. So because of that, the pressure is gradually will decrease. So what will happen? If the pressure will gradually decrease, then the elongation of the pipe material also will gradually decrease, because the pressure is now inside is very less. Okay, so that there is a gradual decrease, or the gradual decrease of the pipe material dimension. Diameter will gradually decrease. So now in case 2, I am explaining in case 2. So this is my suppose this is my case 2. Okay, this is my case 2. So now this is my reservoir and this is my pipe. Okay, this is my reservoir, this is my pipe, and this is the head. This is the head. Okay, the mechanism you understand, then everything will get it. Now what will happen? There is a case 1, there is a expansion in the diameter of the pipe. Okay, now what will happen? Now water is start moving in this direction, because at this point what will happen? At this point of there is a stagnation pressure is there. Okay, because this is the original head and this is the stagnation pressure. So at this point the pressure is more than compared to this point, so water is moving in this direction. So now what will happen? The pressure is now gradually it is decreasing. So as the pressure is decreasing, now the pipe is coming to its original diameter shape. Original shape it is coming. Okay, so what will happen? The pipe is coming to original shape up to such, so the pressure is now gradually it will decrease. Okay, the pressure is now gradually it will decrease, but suppose the pressure at this location will remain at it as it is. Okay, but up to this location the pressure has been decreased. So what will happen? The diameter up to this location is decreased, but here the diameter will be as it is. Here the diameter will be as it is. Here the diameter will be as it is. Okay, there is an increase. Now as there is a gradual decrement, the pressure will now decrease to this original level. So there is happening, this diameter also will decrease to this original level. The diameter is also will decrease to its original level. Now what I am saying, now the pressure, the head is coming to its original shape, original state, and the pressure is also, the diameter of the pipe is coming to the original shape. Now if you write down what is the time taken, to travel this pressure wave, whatever the pressure wave is traveling in this direction, the time taken by this pressure wave to this point, what is the time taken? So earlier it is taken a time of, this is L by A to this summer, this is 2L by A. This is the time taken by this case, the pressure wave. Now if you take the third case, okay, now third case I am taking. So now what will happen? This is my pipe. Okay, this is my pipe and this is my reservoir. Okay, this is my reservoir. So what will happen? So this is my head of the water. Okay, this is my head of the water. Now this is the initial stage. Okay, now what is the water at this point? What is, there is a blockage, and this is the regulating valve. So now what will happen? At this, now water is moving in this direction. Okay, now water is moving in this direction. Okay, as the water is moving in opposite direction, because what it would be, rather it would be moved in this direction. Now water is moving in this direction. Okay, now water is moving in this direction. So there is a possibility that there will be a suction pressure will be created at this valve point. So due to what will happen, there is a sudden drop in pressure at this location. Okay, suppose up to this location, the pressure has been dropped. So up to this location, the pressure has been dropped to certain amount. So now this pressure wave will travel up to this upstream part. Now due to generation of the suction pressure in this zone, what will happen? There is a decrease in diameter of the pipe, because earlier the pipe diameter will be like this. Okay, now what will happen? There is a decrease in pipe diameter. So then now is a decrease in pipe diameter. This is my pipe diameter. Okay, so what will happen now? As the pressure wave suction pressure will travel to this upstream side. So travel to the upstream side. When it reached, then the diameter will be reduced. Now there is a decrease in diameter. When diameter will be contracted, this is the diameter will be contracted. Okay, now this is my diameter. So this is my diameter. Now diameter, rather it will expand or it will elongate due to suction pressure. The diameter has been now contracted. Okay, now the pressure has been come to this location. Now what is the time taken by the pressure wave in this case? So now time taken by this is 2L by A, or this is A and this is C. Make it C. So this is C, 2L by C. So this is 2L by C. So this is 2L by C. 2, this is how much? 3L by C. Okay, this is the time taken by the pressure wave. Now, what is happening? Now in fourth case, what is happening? Now this is my reservoir. Okay, this is the pipe. Okay, now the pipe diameter has been contracted. Okay, now the pipe diameter has been contracted. Now at this location, this is my head of the static head. Now the suction head is this much. Now suction head will be this much. This is my suction head. Now what will happen? Now at this point, the pressure magnitude is high as compared to this point. Okay, at this point, suppose this point number 1 and this is point number 2. At this point number 1, the pressure head is greater than the pressure at this point number 2. So what will the water will start moving in this direction. So when the water will move in this direction, so what will happen? Again the pressure will increase. Okay, again the pressure will increase. So as the pressure again will increase, there is again the pipe will come to its original size. So there is the pipe again it will come to original size. Suppose up to this much the pressure has been recovered. Up to this length the pressure has been recovered. I mean this pipe has been come to this original shape, but this is still the pressure exerting this negative pressure. Up to this zone, still the pressure exerting this negative suction pressure. So at this zone, still the pipe is in contracted portion. But at this zone, whatever the pipe has been come to this original position. So this is my. So when the pressure will be recovered until this location, so the magnitude, the size of the pipe will be still it will be in contracted position. When the pressure will completely recover to this original pressure head, static pressure head, then the pipe diameter will come to this original diameter size. Now pipe diameter has come to original size. Okay, what is the time taken by this one to travel the pressure wave? Now the time taken, this is 3L by C to this is 4L by C. Okay, now if you talk about now the fifth case. Okay, now I talk about the fifth case. So this is my reservoir. Okay, this is my reservoir and this is my regulating valve at this location. Now the water is flowing in this direction. Okay, this is my pressure head. Now water is flowing in this direction. Now again when it will strike to this point, again the kinetic energy of the flowing water is becoming 0. Again the pressure is becoming high, stagnation pressure. Again it is going to the first case which I already discussed. Again it is going to the first case. This case. Again it is going to the first case. This case again. Again this is coming 0. Again the pressure head will be increased. Again the diameter will expand. Again when it is to the upstream part, the full elongation of the pipe diameter will be there. When the pressure head again will decrease. again there is a contraction, again expansion. So what is I'm saying? So the pressure wave will move to and fro motion. Okay, so the pressure wave will move to and fro motion. Okay, so due to the movement of the pressure wave in to and fro motion, there is expansion, there is a the pressure wave. So the pressure wave will move to and fro motion. So due to this to and fro motion, what will happen? The to and fro motion, due to the pressure wave, it will move. There is a contraction, there is a elongation, and then there is a contraction, then there is a contraction of pipe diameter. Okay, pipe diameter. So there is expansion, there is a contraction, again expansion, there is a contraction. So there is a, due to this what will happen, there is a chances that the pipe material will be fail. Okay, the pipe material will be fail. So that is I am talking. Now what should be the critical time? Okay, what should be the critical time? So the critical time, okay, critical time for this valve closure, that is represented by TC. Okay, this critical time is generally it is found out to be 2L by C. Okay, 2L by C. What is L? L is the length of the pipe. Okay, this is called length of the pipe. And C is the what? C is the what? Velocity of pressure wave. So C is called velocity of the pressure wave. Okay. Now if the actual time of closure of a valve is such that, suppose T is called the actual time of closure of the valve. Okay, T is the actual time of the closure of the valve. Suppose this T is less than equal to the TC. Okay, then that is called a rapid closure, or that is called instantaneous closure. Okay, because if your actual time of closure is less than the critical time, then you are closing the valve suddenly. Okay, and this is to be avoided. And this is to be avoided in order to protect our pipe material. In order to protect our pipe material, this rapid closure to be avoided. Okay. Now, if you want to find out, the length of the pipe having peak pressure, what is the length of the pipe having peak pressure? So what is the length of the pipe having peak pressure in a closure time? Okay, what is the time has been taken in that closure time? What is the length of the pipe has been it has been have a peak pressure magnitude. Okay, so in the closure time, suppose this T is less than equal to this is 2L by C. This is a rapid closure. So that is represented by X naught. That X naught will be equal to L minus this is L naught by 2. So this is L. L will be equal to C into T divided by this is 2. So this is the length of the pipe which has been subjected to a peak pressure in a closure time of this. Okay. And for instantaneous closure, what is? For I am writing as for sudden closure or for instantaneous closure. For instantaneous closure, T will be equal to 0. Actual time will be equal to 0. So what will happen? The length of the pipe having peak magnitude will be this entire length. So entire length will be subjected to peak magnitude of the pressure. Okay. So we should not close the valve instantaneously. Okay. So that is the case. Now what should be the magnitude of the water pressure? We need to find out. What should be the magnitude of the water pressure? So now I am to find out the magnitude magnitude of water hammer pressure. What is the magnitude of the water hammer pressure? Suppose this is my reservoir. Okay, this is my reservoir and this is my pipe. This is my pipe. Okay. And what has happened? There is a regulating valve is there, and this is the regulating valve. And suppose the water is flowing with a velocity v, and the cross-sectional area. So this is my cross-sectional area of the pipe is A. Okay, cross-sectional area of the pipe is A. And T is the time taken for closing the valve. Suppose T, the T is the time taken for closing the valve. So the time taken by closing the valve is suppose T. Okay. So what is happened? I can say in this time T, now the water is bringing from dynamic condition to rest condition. So I can say in this time T, the flow velocity, okay, so the flow velocity of water is changed from V to 0, because now at this point what will happen? The water is stagnant. At this point the water is stagnant. So the time taken by the closing the valve, in this time what will happen? The flow velocity is now becoming V to 0. So if you want to find out what is the retardation, retardation means the acceleration, similar to acceleration. What is the retardation? So retardation will be what? This is change in velocity by this is change in time. So change in velocity, this is V minus 0 divided by this is T minus initial time 0. So this is V by T. Okay. So we have to assume one point right over here. So we have to assume one point. So assume the retardation to be uniform throughout. Okay, so we have to achieve one point, the retardation to be uniform throughout the length of the pipe. Okay, so now according to Newton's second law, we can write down. So according to Newton's second law, so according to Newton's second law of motion, according to Newton's second law of motion, so net force will be equal to mass into the acceleration, or that is called retardation. So we can say this is mass into the acceleration. Okay, so mass I can write down, density will be equal to mass by volume. So mass I can write down, this is density into volume. So mass will be the density into volume. So the force I can write down, this is density into volume into this is acceleration. Okay. Now what is the volume of the fluid becoming rest? Okay. What is the volume of the fluid? Suppose this is my length area. This pipe is length L. Okay. And the cross-sectional area of the pipe is this one is A. So whatever the fluid will be there, that fluid is coming to be rest condition. Okay, that is the fluid is coming to be rest condition. That volume is how much? This is area into length. Okay, area into length. So I can add this is density into this is area into this is length, and acceleration, retardation, this is velocity by time. Okay, this is the force value. This is my force. This is the force. This is the force required to bring the liquid to rest condition. This is the force required. Now, what is the pressure due to this force? The pressure due to force equal to force by the cross-sectional area of the pipe. So this is rho AB. Okay, rho ABL by A into T. So this A is gone. So the pressure due to this force we can write this is rho V L by this is T. So this is the magnitude of the pressure wave. This is the magnitude of the pressure wave. Okay. So now I can write down one point here. The pressure due to water hammer. So now the pressure due to water hammer. So the pressure due to this water hammer, that is represented by PH. Okay. So this PH will be equal to the force exerted by the rest water by cross-sectional area of the pipe, that is equal to rho LB by this is T. Okay, this is the pressure due to water hammer. And due to when there is sudden closure, so due to sudden closure or instantaneous closure of the valve, this L by T is called as velocity of the sound. Now the pressure, magnitude pressure wave equal to this is rho into V into C. Okay, what is rho? Rho is called the velocity, mass density of the fluid. This is called mass density of fluid. Okay, C is called the velocity of pressure wave. This is called velocity of pressure wave. And what is this B? B is called, what is this B? This is B. B is what? B is the velocity of flow. B is the velocity of flow. Okay. So B is the velocity of the flow. Velocity of the initial velocity of the flow. So now this is due to sudden closure. So this is due to sudden closure. Now if the valve is gradual closure, due to gradual closure. So gradual closure means what? Gradual closure means the time taken by closing the valve is greater than the critical time. Okay, the time taken by the closing valve is greater than the critical time, that is called as gradual closure. When you are gradually closing the valve, that should be required. You should close the valve gradually in order to avoid the water hammer effect in the pipe. Okay, so if actual time of closure is greater than, this is called critical time of closure. Okay, that is TC. This is TC and this one is T. Okay, then the closure is called as gradual closure. Then the closure is called as gradual closure. And for gradual closure, the water hammer pressure magnitude will be equal to rho LV by this is T. Okay, rho LV by this T. For T greater than this is TC. Okay. So in this sudden closure, instantaneous closure, the compressibility of the water is taken into account. Okay. But in this gradual closure, the compressibility effect of the water is not taken into consideration. Okay, that is the thing you have to remember. Now we have to design the thickness. This is the last one. We have to find out the magnitude. Now to design the thickness of the pipe. Okay, now you should understand the design of pipe thickness. Okay, design of the pipe thickness. Okay, this is the diameter of the pipe and this is the thickness of the pipe you have to design. So this is the thickness, and this is the diameter of the pipe. Okay, to design the thickness. Now what will happen? So the water hammer pressure is always the greater than static pressure. Okay. So to design the pipe, we have to take resultant pressure magnitude. Okay. So the water hammer pressure. So the water hammer pressure. The water hammer pressure is greater than the steady static pressure. You can write in this is steady static pressure. Okay, hydrostatic pressure, steady static pressure. And to design the thickness of the pipe to withstand the total pressure. Okay, we have to design the thickness. We have to design the thickness of the pipe, that is T. Okay, thickness of the pipe. It must withstand the total pressure. It must withstand the total pressure. That is called PT. So what is this total pressure? The total pressure will be the water hammer pressure plus the static pressure. Okay, the static pressure. Water hammer pressure, because the pressure which is created, this is the reservoir. Okay, this is the reservoir. And what is happened? The pressure at this point due to this static pump head, static head. Okay, and that is the water hammer pressure is created. That is called water hammer pressure. Okay, and the pressure is created. This is called static pressure. Okay, so now what is this pH? I can write down this pH will be equal to water hammer pressure. This is called water hammer. This is water hammer pressure. Okay, and this PS, this is called steady. This is steady static pressure. This is called steady static pressure. So according to thin cylinder formula, okay. So according to this thin cylinder formula, we know. So this according to thin cylinder formula, we know that sigma will be equal to PD by 2T. So this is sigma will be equal to PD by 2T. Thin cylinder formula from strength of material. So this thickness will be equal to, this is PTD by 2 into sigma. Okay, what is this PT? This is water hammer pressure plus this static pressure into this D divided by 2 into this sigma. This sigma is called as, this is the thickness formula by which you can design. So this sigma is called as the working stress in material. This is called working stress in pipe material. Okay, this is pipe material. And for steel, it is generally taken as this working stress, or will be sigma will be equal to, that is taken as 100 megapascal. 100 megapascal. Okay. So this is the entire thing of the water hammer. Okay. So this is the water hammer effect. We should understand how to design this, what is the magnitude, what is gradual closure, and in next class I will talk about how we can protect this water hammer effect. So we have to design a surge tank in order to protect this water hammer. Okay, the working principle of this surge tank is not only to reduce the water hammer pressure, but also it can provide the additional water when there is a deficiency in water. Okay, when there is a deficiency in water requirement, we can still supply the water from the surge tank. So surge tank actually it can work on two things. First, it will reduce the water hammer pressure, and it also supplies some additional water requirement based upon the requirement of the society or whatever. We can also provide the water from the reservoir. When there is not sufficient water is available, you can still provide the water from the source tank. Okay, so next slide talk about this water hammer again, and I will complete this flow through pipe. Next I will go to the laminar flow. Okay, so thank you all, thank you, have a nice day.